What's up, everybody? So many shows, so many shows.com, so many mashups. This is Mike and Pete. This is the Netflix limited series, 6 episodes in one mashup, his and hers, recommended by Mike, liked by me, discussed by all. What's up,
Yes.
Mike?
Doing well. I'm actually glad that you took my advice because I've tried to watch some of the shows that you guys promote all the time and or at least put them in the rotation to watch. So I was happy that you started watching it and
Well, let me translate that for everybody, okay? So Mike says, Pete, I got a good show. You want to watch it? Maybe mash it up. I say, cool, Mike. Give me about a week. I'll probably be able to throw it into my schedule. A week later, I watched it and I'm either mashing it up or I didn't like it. I'm not mashing it up. Transfer the other way. Hey, Mike, I got a show for you. Check it out. Maybe we mash it up. It's been 3 years. Mike, let me know when you get to
which show
it.
is that or what shows were that again?
All of them. All
All
of
of
them.
them.
I could listen. If anybody, so this is my recommendation for people. If you like TV series and you're looking for like a bunch of new binges and you haven't went down the Apple TV rabbit hole, I highly recommend you go through the Apple TV rabbit hole and pay for the Apple TV subscription. Their original series and their shows that they have on that, I find I have like right now out of all my apps, I have 3 shows of theirs actively going while I only have like one. Like all my other apps barely have shows going at a time. Apple TV, I've watched everything and I've liked everything. It's one thing to watch a bunch of shit on Netflix and be like, I hate all this stuff or majority of stuff I didn't like. Apple TV always hits a home run. So I'm going to recommend Apple TV for people. And no, we don't even get anything from them. They don't even know we exist. So this is just
Yes.
me telling you that if you're looking for a good streaming thing where you're like, oh, I want a bunch of new shows, most of the time when I recommend shows, there's like 5 or 6 that come straight from Apple TV.
Yeah.
So I suggest you go to Apple TV Plus, buy the either it's like they give you like a free month, they give you the first month free or the first 7 days free.
7 days
It's like
free. Yep.
yeah, it's like whatever a month. It's not that expensive. You can get deals where, there's been plenty of deals out there where the first 6 months you pay $2 a month or the first 3 months, whatever. Go get it. Definitely worth it. But back to what we were saying here, because it's a Netflix situation. Netflix also delivers, mostly good shows. I love what Netflix has to offer. And, I was just making an example before. I don't really think that the Netflix shows suck. Netflix
No.
shows are awesome. They hit a home run. And just to get into this the right way, his and hers, it was like a kind of whodunit mystery, thriller drama, and I mean, I don't know his actual acting name because I'm a terrible person, but Shane from The Walking Dead seems to be the lead character. And let me tell you something. This guy, I'll always know him as Shane from The Walking Dead. I'm sure you all know who I'm talking about by saying that.
The Punisher.
The Punisher, yes, the Punisher. Same, okay, perfect example. But I've watched. He's in a bunch of a limited series to all different apps. I see him in an HBO limited series. I see him in a bunch of. He is a great actor, and he
Yes.
can carry anything. And he carried this.
Yeah.
And I was very impressed. I was hoping that the ending wasn't going to be him because
Yeah.
that would have been too obvious considering what was going on. But the ending I think was quite the ride. I just got one question because I didn't double check things before we did this. The husband Duffy, was he still alive at the end or was he dead?
Yeah, I think it was still alive. The only
Right,
ones
he was
that
still alive.
yeah,
Yeah.
the only ones that died were the 3 friends from
So they
high
had
school.
so Duffy was offering rewards for whoever killed the lady, and then
Yep.
they remember they found the video of him with all the sexual stuff, which was super weird and creepy.
Yes.
So okay, so here we go. I'm gonna start like this. So as I was watching this, I like to make my predictions, so I don't just say, oh, I knew it the whole time. So I did make a prediction to Mike after episode 4, or I just started episode 4 after episode 3. So I wanted to let him know what I thought. So I have it written down here on the chat log. Episode 4 so far, I thought it was the husband Duffy. However, now I believe because of the ex-wife slash reporter narrating the beginning of the episodes, she did it to be able to report for return to fame because she seemed to be fighting the head anchor the whole time, and she's
Yep.
always at the right place at the right time and seemed to know who to talk to. So it really made you, and it was one of those. It was good because it kind of made you think each episode was a different person.
Yeah.
And
It
then you
was
find
like
at the end, it's not now. Just to get to the end, spoiler alert. So it was the mother.
yes, Anna's
Now
mother.
she was faking that she had dementia, right?
Yes, that's what it seemed to me, or when they finally did the
Like
whole
she didn't have
reveal.
dementia and just go through spells and she's good and she's bad, she's
Oh,
good and she's bad. She was faking and she's good the whole time.
yep, she was faking it the whole time.
So she found the video of her daughter, I guess, getting raped by
Yep.
some dudes, and her friends were in on it or okay with it.
Yeah, no, it seemed like they were okay with it. They were singing happy birthday to her as she was being raped by 3 guys. So,
So she killed them.
yep, the mother killed the 3 friends, and then, well, towards the end there, it was like you thought it was that major, the main anchor person, and then they did the whole 180. So it's like you got her getting shot by the other detective, Jack's partner, John Barenthal's partner. And it was just, I'm like, oh, sweet. It's all wrapped up in a nice little bow here. I mean, the woman that they thought it was, she killed her sister years back by draining her asthma inhaler thing. And
Yes.
so it's like, oh yeah, it's pretty, cut and dry. And all of a sudden it had that big reveal where she's reading the diary thing or the journal thing. And it's like, and at first, when I first heard that, I'm like, did she kill their baby, Anna's baby back in the day? But no, the kid died by SIDS, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I
crib
thought for
death.
sure too that it was suspicious that they brought that the character with the asthma that did the asthma thing to kill her sister,
Yep,
the girl that they were always picking on. I thought for sure that she popped up like that's one of those things where all of a sudden now it's episode 4, she pops up in episode 4 and she's the killer by episode 6. This way, of course you didn't see it coming because you didn't even know she existed. It was like, oh, new character.
yep.
So I thought that was a little cliche if they would have just made it her.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
really
at the end when she's
surprised.
reading it, yeah, and then and that wasn't just a quick story. That was they broke it down to you like this is how it went down, people. This is how
Yep,
the thought process was, and this is what I was gonna do, and this is what I did and how I did it. But then she wrote in the journal for the daughter to read
yep,
while they were in the end, and it was him with his niece
yes.
and his ex-wife, who's now his girlfriend.
Yeah, girlfriend, and maybe they got remarried, but they have a kid on the way
And
as
that's
well. So,
yeah, so they have a kid on the way, and that's the replacement kid, supposedly.
yep,
I don't say it like that, but you know what I mean.
yes,
It filled the void. So basically, it was a happy ending for them, thanks to the mother, even though she's a psychopath, and that's not. Listen, okay, full disclosure from me and Mike: do not try this at home. Okay,
yes,
we understand the circumstances you do got to do, and if you do anything crazy to protect your family, we're not against it. What we're against is don't write it down in a fucking journal. Don't put evidence out there, and don't tell. If you're gonna do something for your family, don't tell anybody. That's my advice as a criminal.
yes.
I'm not a criminal, but if my criminal mind says do not put on it, because if somebody finds that paper, even if it's the right thing to do, it's bad news.
Yes. Well, the thing that so after I saw the ending, I actually brought it back to re-watch that when she started reading the journal, those last 10 minutes of the season there. And the thing that popped in my head was what happened to the lady's clothes? You see her stripping off her clothes as she's leaving that first murder scene by the graveyard there. But I'm like, nobody came across her clothing at all. I mean, they had detectives swarming that area and cops swarming that area. So what happened to the lady's clothes? Because then she was found walking naked along a highway or something later on that night, and they blamed it on the dementia, and that was her first, quote unquote, bout with dementia or Alzheimer's. But yeah, so that was the thing that popped in my head is what happened to the lady's clothes?
So
Yeah.
actually, I want to bring this up because this is all it kind of feeds into it. So, do you know about Cain Velasquez?
Who? Sorry.
Cain Velasquez, former UFC heavyweight champion. Did you ever hear his story?
No.
Okay, so Cain Velasquez is now out, right, on parole or whatever it is.
Okay.
Former UFC heavyweight champion Cain Velasquez was sentenced to 5 years in state prison in March 2025 after pleading no contest to charges stemming from a February 2022 vigilante-style shooting. He chased and fired a gun at a vehicle carrying Harry, whatever, a man accused of molesting his 4-year-old son, and he injured the driver. He went to jail with charges of attempted first-degree murder, shooting at a motor vehicle, assault with a firearm or a deadly weapon, discharging a firearm from a vehicle. The incident on February 28th, 2022, Velasquez pursued a car. During a 11-mile chase, he fired multiple shots, striking the suspect's stepfather, whatever. So
Okay.
now, this is a similar situation, I feel, where, someone violated his kid and he went after them, didn't give a shit and killed them. And I remember there was a lot of outrage of why he was even sentenced to that many years in jail, that he should have been let off for like probation or a warning. I only bring it up because I feel like it does relate kind of to what just a parent going crazy because their kid was, violated. Obviously, different circumstances. One was real life, one was a show.
Yes.
But still, he was released, and I really like I said, in that situation, I don't think Cain Velasquez is a criminal or a piece of shit. Do you?
In that circumstance, no,
No.
definitely.
So that's what we're saying. Like, you take it with a grain of salt. But yes, people do crazy things. I mean, I don't have kids. But I could just imagine, the extents that people would go to if something like that happened to their kid, one way or the other.
Yes. I have kids, and
So
if anything happened to them, I'm a protective papa bear, type of
yes,
thing.
the rules are different. The rules don't apply. So
Yes.
yes, but yeah, very good show, very good series. I guess, like I said, you can't be mad at the mother for doing what she had to do. She did
Oh,
the right
no,
way.
no.
She didn't, everything she did was right. She covered the tracks on every step of the way except for writing that piece of paper. So hopefully they threw it in
Yes.
the barbecue and it burned and we never hear from it again.
Hopefully. The thing that struck or the thing that popped in my head it was like the scream of limited TV series because it's like every episode you thought you know the first episode you think it's Jack, the second episode you think it's Anna, third episode Duffy, fourth episode this person. So it was like you always had a possible suspect in mind, and when you got to the ending and it was that whole reversal thing, I'm like, holy crap, I did not see that coming. Sixth Sense type of ending. That's why I reached out to you guys to see if you guys had started watching it. So it just kind of that just kind of struck in my mind. I'm like, I remember watching the original Scream movie. I'm like, oh, it's this guy. Oh, never mind, that guy died. Oh, no, it's this guy. Oh, never mind, he's arrested and they don't find a phone on his person or whatever. So it was all these twists and turns, and I just loved it. But I really think they could do another season of this show, or at least a movie, and they go after the men who attacked her daughter. Because obviously the girlfriend set it up or didn't stop it from happening. But, the men were there too. They're responsible. So why not go
See,
after them as well?
that's funny because when you say stuff like a season two, I automatically think of like the TV show The Sinner, where each episode was a different case with different things. So you can do a his and hers with a mystery and a twist and have a limited series season two, but you don't need to have the same people with the same cases. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
You can come back and do another like, twist and turn and just make it a his and hers like franchise.
Yes.
Well, you don't need to come back and have like a follow up because it is a limited series. However, back to the point. So that was 6 episodes and an easy watch. A lot of the shows we cover lately, Fallout, we're going to cover Paradise. They're all 8 episodes
Yes.
and they come out weekly. So you're waiting, 2 months to watch them. And, so I kind of always wonder. And then you have like The Night Agent on Netflix that just came out again, 10
Yep.
episodes, but they all came out at once. So
Yes.
it goes back to the everlasting question is what is better, to come out all at once or weekly?
Yeah.
As far as TV shows allow you to absorb stuff and think about stuff and not just watch because if you watch it all in one binge, there is a chance you miss something or you looked at your phone for you just weren't paying the full whatever. You don't get the full, it does happen, not saying to everybody.
Yeah.
But then you also have like the Abbott Elementary where there's 22 episodes per season and it's weekly and you're like, what's better. That's why
Oh, yeah.
limited series, they definitely catch my attention as easy watches and easy mashups because you know that it's a limited series that the ending's going to be the ending and you're going to get, a real ending without a cliffhanger.
Yes.
And you should be able to, sum it up. And those limited series are normally well thought out because they don't
Yeah.
take much, to write. But on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate his and hers?
Just because of that twist ending, I gave it about a 9. Yeah, about a 9.
It's fun. I gave it about a 7. I was following the story. I thought it was interesting. They could have went with a couple more things here or there, but like I said, overall, I felt like Shane carried it. Well, The Walking Dead, Shane Punisher
Yes.
carried it, and
Yes.
it was an overall good watch. I recommend it on Netflix. I don't know how long it's going to be on there for. Hopefully a while,
Yeah,
and
hopefully.
hopefully get a season two. And like I said, definitely recommended by me and Mike to go watch and enjoy. And if you do watch it and you have any questions or, hey, this is my favorite part, feel free to reach out to us. So many shows, so many shows.com, so many mashups. Mike, what's our social media handles? Do you?
Our Twitter handle is at So Many Mashups, all one word, and capital SMM. So, yeah, find us there. You can always reach out to us by chat on that as well.
Let us know you're alive. Let us know you're listening. Let us know how you feel. And if you honestly, people, and I mean, this goes for every mashup. I don't want to start saying it, but if you find another show that you might want us to cover, feel free to bring it up and we will look into it. I have no problem starting a new show. Mike might not be able to start it, but I can. It'll be a
Well, if
solo
it's on Apple
mashup.
TV, if it's on Apple TV, I
Yeah,
can't start watching it. But
it'll be
once
a
when I do
solo
pull the
mashup.
trigger, and get Apple TV, I'll have a bunch of shows to watch on that one for sure.
Mike, I would pull the trigger for you, but I have a feeling you still wouldn't have the time to watch the shows yet. Because if you had the time to
Uh,
watch the shows, you would have pulled the
yes.
trigger.
Not yet, because well, once when we wrap up the Lincoln Law podcast, everything else that we cover for Conleyverse is all in
That's right,
pre-production or
people.
production.
We are currently covering the Lincoln Lawyer podcast. It's different than a mashup. It's a little more in depth. It's a game. It's fun. Mike runs to get some guest hosts, does some trivia. So if you do watch the Lincoln Lawyer also on Netflix, I would definitely recommend you go down to so many shows, so many shows.com, so many mashups, YouTube, find us, and catch that coverage. It's good stuff. And I think one just got released recently or is being released recently. Anyway,
Was
so go
released this
watch
morning.
Lincoln. Yes, go watch Lincoln Lawyer. Go to our coverage. Check it out. Tell us what you think. Don't be a stranger. So many shows, so many shows.com, so many mashups. This is Mike. This is Pete. This was his and hers limited series. I thought it was a great watch. Have a good one.
I agree. And have a great rest of your day, everybody, and have a great week. Talk to you on the next one.